Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a simple programming tutorial. It's gonna be simple. So just watch this video to the end and see if programming is for you. I will be using my Microsoft Windows 10 for this tutorial. What I'm gonna program could be achieved using Java, Python or JavaScript, but I'm going to be using JavaScript for this tutorial. So what is it all about? Have a look at what YouTube has here, the title of the video. You can see that you are limited to 100 characters. You can't write above 100 characters. You can't type above 100 characters. When you do that, you will not be able to upload your video. So this, what you see here is the graphical user interface. The graphical user interface. You don't see the code behind what you see here. You don't know how it is programmed. But in this video, I'm going to show you the skeleton code. The skeleton code that you don't see, that they don't show you. It's not going to be a replica of what YouTube has, but I'm going to show you a different approach to this for the first version of this video. Then the second version will be a replica of what YouTube has. So without wasting much of your time, let's get into this video. Remember, I'm not going to be using any IDE like Visual Studio. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. So I will be using only the Google's Chrome developer tools for this tutorial. So without wasting much of your time, again, let's get into this video. So what I'm gonna do is to go get the developer tools. You can get that by going to these three dots up here, then go to more tools and navigate to developer tools. That will take you to the console. If you don't want to go through this way, you can just click on the screen and then right click and go to inspect. When you get to inspect, it will take you to these elements, but go for console. We're going to be using console for this tutorial, as you can see. So let's go and create our variable. What is a variable? A variable is a name that we give to computer memory location, which we can use to store a value in a computer program. A name, or the name that we give computer memory location, which we can use to store value in a computer program. So let me go create a variable. So let title equals, for example, let's call it memory. So when I call title, I will get memory. This is the value. Remember, I told you that a variable is a name we give to computer memory location, which we can use to store a value in a computer program. So this is the variable we have. Title is the variable, and we use this title to store this value memory. So whenever we call title, we get the value. So the value here is memory, and is enclosed with double quotes. So it is a string. We enclose strings, or we enclose a string in either double quotes or single quotes. Without that, it's not going to be a string any longer. So this is a string. That is why we enclose that in double quotes. So whenever we call title, it will give us the value of which you can see it here. Memory is the value. So there is one thing I want to show you here. You see, let me clear the console first. And say, if we call that title again, it will give us memory. So how do we write multiple lines on this console? Let title equals memory. Then because if you hit enter, this will take you to a different line. So how do we keep on writing our code on the same line here? How do we do that? So to do that, let me show you what you can do. If you type let title equals divine, or let's start to equals security, then to get this to the same line but to the second line, what you have to do is to, on your keyboard, hold down the shift key, this shift key, and hit enter, and hit the enter key. That will do the job. So let me hold down the shift and hit enter. We are in. So alert title. If I run this code, let's see what happened. Security, we got it. Security. So that is it. But there is another way to make use of this console that I so much like. I don't want to use the console for this tutorial. Let me go get snippet. So what you can do is to go to sources, then here you might see something like file system. Just click on these two arrows and go to snippets, then right click on new snippet and create new snippet. Then let me call it index.js. So now let's start. Let's create a variable called title. Let title equals prompt in bracket and then string. All right, your title So if I run this code, what are we going to see? Let me run it. You can see the prompt here. Write your title. So what are we going to do? Alert title. So what happens here is that any character the user supplies in the prompt will be bound to the variable title. Whenever you call this variable title, it will give you whatever the user inputs in this prompt. Then we use the alert function to alert the value of this prompt. So let's go do that right now. Then let the title, okay, let's say performance as the title. Click OK. Then you can see we got that value, performance. So let's keep on going. First of all, we have to get the length of the title in order to do this job. The length of the title. So we can give it, let's title length equals title dot length. Title dot length. Then now let's alert title first, and then let's alert title dot length. Alert title length. Let's alert title length. So I think I'm gonna be using Ipsum, Lorem Ipsum for this. Let me go get that. Lorem Ipsum. Let me go generate some text. So I can use this. Let me copy few text here. Then let me run the code. Write your title. It is a long established fact. Okay, so we have 29 characters. Remember, spaces are included in characters. Spaces are included in characters. Like when you have a look at this, let me use this for example. If you look at this, it is 5 characters, not 4, because this space here is included as a character and is a string. So let's copy and do it now. It is. Then how many characters? 5. So now we have gotten this part. So what you can do here is, then under this alert, we can say you have written title length. You have written title length. Remember, whatever value we get from this title.length, we're going to bind it to this variable title length. So let's say, remember we got 5 characters from this. Title length is equal to title.length. That was 5 characters. Then that means when you read this, it will be you have written 5, because this variable that we call here, we get whatever the number of characters we have here will be the value for this variable. So you have written, let's concatenate with plus symbol. So you have written this, let's say 5, then concatenate again and enclosing 5. You have written 5 characters. Then let's concatenate. You have written 5 characters. You have plus, let's concatenate again. You have now we have to get the remainder. Let's say on YouTube you have 100 characters. Then the specified character or the required characters from YouTube is 100. then that 100 minus what you have written will give us the remaining or the remainder. So let's go get that. That will be plus in brackets 100 characters minus the title length. So here you have plus this then let's concatenate again characters left. So it says you have written, okay, let me go copy from here to here, then go back and run the code again. You have written 62 characters, so you have 38 characters left. So you can see we don't have space here between 38 and the characters, and again between written and the 62. So let's go work on that. So this is length. We don't need this here for now. So to get that space between written and the title length, what you can do is to click here and give that space here. And let's run it again and see if that one is settled. Yeah, you can see we have space here right now. There is another approach to this. You can leave it that way and then concatenate with this space. Give it a space. Remember, I told you that a space is equally a string that we can enclose in either single quotes or double quotes. So with this, we are good to go. And here, there was a place we had that issue as well. Here, character. So we can give the space here. And let's go run that and see what happens. You have written 62 characters. You have 38 characters left, as you can see. So we are good to go. We are good to go. We are good to go. So this is a skeleton code that you don't see. This is how it works. This is how it is programmed. But this is not a replica of what YouTube has. So in my next tutorial, I'm going to give you a replica of what YouTube has. But what if we can do this in another way? For example, it works. Let me see. Right on that comment section, let me see if programming is for you. Programming, they say, is very difficult, but it is not difficult when you keep on building projects, give it your time, be motivated. I am a programmer. So that is it for this video. Do not forget to click on that red subscribe button below the video. Beside that, you will see a bell, a notification bell. Click on that and click on all so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified to come check it out. Share the video. Thank you and God bless.